is not so visible because the main attraction from this area is the beautiful landscape, which has a big lake named Crater Lake because it's principally that, a lake that was formed in a volcano's cauldron. This kind of phenomenon happens when it's inactive for a long time. However, don't let its tranquility and ornateness fool you into thinking that Mount Mazama wasn't dangerous in its moment, because it's said that its last eruption reached the 7th grade, being one of the biggest volcanic eruptions in the last 10 years. And we emphasize this number because it's been estimated that the giant's last eruption was 5,700 years ago approximately. Although it was declared inactive many years ago, the United States Geological Service considers future eruptions probable, so it represents a threat to anyone who is near it if it resumes its activities. Number 9. Paracutin, Mexico. This volcano is placed in Mocoacan, Mexico, and is considered one of the world's natural wonders. It's also known as the youngest from the American continent because it was formed in 1943. The history says that a peasant saw how the ground opened and it emanated a thick vapor and rocks. Later, this was seen all around the zone, so it was evacuated. It says that this volcano's activities lasted 9 years. The lava traveled 6.21 miles and erased complete towns from the map. It could make all these catastrophes because it's situated 9,200 feet above sea level. Its crater measures 660 feet wide and it's basically the size of 2 complete blocks. Even if it is an extinct volcano in a tourist area, it could be active at any moment. Be careful. Number 8. Mount Tambora, Indonesia. This volcano is placed in Sumbawa, Indonesia, and reaches 9,350 feet above sea level. Besides its height, this huge wonder has the title for the biggest volcanic eruption ever registered, because in 1815 it caused the death of 70,000 people, and the next year, 1816, was called the Year Without Summer because the eruptions changed Europe and North America's climate. Besides the fatalities this volcano had in history, the Indonesian population has been re-established. However, it's thought that an eruption of the same magnitude could make a complete destruction and would reach a higher victim rate. That's why Tambora's zone is maintained in constant monitoring and has declared 115 miles around it as dangerous areas. Number 7. Mount Etna, Sicilia, Italy. Now we go straight to Sicilia, Italy, to meet this amazing volcano that reaches a height of 10,925 feet above sea level, a characteristic that makes this the highest active volcano all around the Eurasian plaque. Its name comes from the Greek mythology where Etna was a place where Hephaestus, the blacksmith god, used fire. Actually, Etna is considered the most active volcano worldwide because it's almost always in constant eruptions. Although it can be very destructive, it isn't taken as a dangerous zone, and thousands of people even live around it. It's been declared as one of the 16 volcanoes of the decade by the United Nations. Also, it's been declared as human patrimony by UNESCO. Number 6. Ichinsky, Russia. Situated in one of the coldest countries, we find this enormous geographic construction. It's obviously located in Russia, to the far east of the Kamchatka Peninsula to be exact. This extraordinary terrestrial formation is found 11,834 feet above sea level. As most of the already mentioned volcanoes in this video, it's qualified as one of the highest according to the volume area of approximately 110 cubic miles. However, what makes this one different is that the territory around the volcano is covered with thick ice that form a lot of different glaciers that descend by its flanks. Despite of its imponent size, it's not qualified as a dangerous volcano because its last eruption was registered in 1740, and even the whole volcanic peninsula has been considered as human patrimony by UNESCO for 20 years. Number 5. Mauna Loa, Hawaii. And evidently, if we want to talk about volcanoes, we can't stop mentioning Hawaii. And it's because Mauna Loa, which in Hawaiian means large mountain, is one of the 5 volcanoes that can form it. It's located 13,678 feet above sea level. It's considered by many as the biggest volcano on Earth in volume, reaching 17,996 cubic miles. Although it's an active volcano and also it's studied because of its huge and destructive eruptions, a lot of close areas are populated. That's why the United States Geological Service maintains a risk map of all the area. The last eruption from this natural wonder was in 1984. It didn't take any life. However, historically, this volcano has disappeared full villages, so it's not a surprise it's in constant monitoring. Number 4. Tamu Massif. Unlike most of the volcanoes in this top, this is located under the Pacific Ocean, at the east of Japan, and it's worth mentioning that it has a height of 14,620 feet tall, and is considered as the biggest volcano ever discovered, even bigger than all volcanoes in the solar system, and with this dimension, it could leave anyone's mouth open. However, and by luck, this is an extinct volcano, which was formed in the Jurassic and Cretaceous period 145 million years ago. To date, a lot of enigmas are around this volcano. Despite this, a lot of scientists have declared that this could be reactivated and cause a lot of natural disasters, because an eruption can activate a chain of eruptions worldwide, like in the dinosaur era, which ended their life. However, there's nothing to fear because this will happen in about 2 million years approximately. Number 3. Black Mountain, Mexico. Returning to the ground in Puebla, Mexico, we find another volcano at more than 15,026 feet above sea level. This giant occupies the 5th place of the highest summits in the country, and a lot of tourists climb this volcano because there hasn't been activity in more than 2,000 years, even being called an extinct volcano. It's being said that this is one of the volcanoes with lower threat, so much that the large millimeter telescope Alfonso Serrano is placed in its summit. Number 2. Nevado del Ruiz, Colombia. Getting closer to the first place, we encounter a volcano placed in the center of Colombia, at a height of 17,457 feet above sea level. One of its characteristics is its geological formation, which is covered mostly by glacier. On the other hand, this volcano has been active for 2 million years, the last eruption in 1985, leaving 25 casualties. This event is known as the Armero Tragedy, a name given because of the disappearance of the Armeros Municipium. Actually, this volcano is in constant monitoring because it's still considered a threat for the towns and cities around. It's even estimated that an eruption could possibly affect 500,000 people. Number 1. Ojos del Salado, Chile, Argentina. And in the first place, we find the heights of this volcano reaching 22,910 feet above sea level, a measurement that qualifies it not only as the highest volcano in the world, but also as the second highest summit of the whole Occident. Placed between Argentina and Chile, it forms part of the Andes mountain range, and despite the high temperatures, dry climate, and closeness to the Atacama Desert, it's known that in winter periods the summit is covered in snow. A lot of people affirm that this volcano is still active. However, the last eruption took place 1,300 years ago, although it's known that the remoteness of this mountain is an impediment for the sighting of its actual eruptions. If you were impressed by some of these volcanoes, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. See you next time.